I have a question. What's more dense, salt water or fresh water? To start off this lab, you need salt. You need 3 of the same cup or jar, whatever, clear so you can see what's happening. And lastly, you need 3 raw eggs. The first step is to fill up one of your jars with water, full. The second step is to fill up another jar, but a little less so that you could put salt in it. You're gonna add salt until it's foggy, until you can't dissolve any more salt anymore. And we're gonna stir it up. You want it to be a little more dark. And that's that. What do you think will happen if we put 1 egg inside the fresh water? It'll sink. Placing an object that is denser than fresh water automatically sinks. For example, the egg is denser than the water. In other words, the object's density is greater than the liquid, so it sinks, as shown here. What do you think will happen if we put 1 egg inside the salt water? It'll float. What just happened was that the salt breaks down into ions that are attracted to the H2O that is in the cup. That causes the density to increase, the amount of matter that's in the cup. Salt water is denser than fresh water. That's why it decides to float, and it's also denser than the egg. For a better example, we filled up a cup halfway full. Next, with the halfway full jar of water, we're going to pour in a little salt to make it cloudy, just like the second example. We're going to put the egg inside the halfway full cup of water. It's floating, just like shown in this one. Since you can't tell the effects of what happened, we're going to use a bigger cup. It won't make a difference in what we've done. It'll just be a bigger cup. Now that we have our salt water and egg mixture, we're going to add fresh water over top of it. Do you see what happened? The egg will float, being that the salt water is denser than fresh water, and the salt water sinks while the fresh water floats, and the egg stays right in the middle. Fun fact, if you go to the Dead Sea one day, you will float in the water. You know why? Because the water is so salty that you would just float. Just like how in the egg example, that'll be you, and that's the water. It's so salty that no fish live in it, only bacteria and fungus. Thank you so much. And that me and my sister, Jordan, proved that fresh water is less dense than salt water, as you can tell. Thank you. Bye. What do you think will happen if we put one of the eggs inside the water solution that is mixed with salt? Really?